Real talk.
I love wrestling more than I love music.
You love wrestling more than music.
Real talk.
We're all family. Even though we aren't blood,
right.
we all come from the same roots.
Real
It's
talk.
like pedals.
Oh my
Bicycle
God.
pedals has big lips.
Oh my God, Huck.
They just didn't care.
Real talk. Brought to you by Roxxx TV and Throwdown Theater. Here's your hosts, Cruising the Barrio.
Hey. What you say? How y'all doing out there, man? You know it's Rudy Hill right here, Rude Boy. And do you know what, man? We're on episode 7 right now of Real Talk. That's right. Formerly Wrestling Real Talk, but you know we talk wrestling on here all the time. Anyways, I'm so thankful that you guys could join us this week on this very special show. But before we go any further, I got to introduce my homies that are rolling with me tonight, representing Cruising the Barrio. Of course, I'm talking about the king of Flat Rock. I'm talking about the king of all media. I'm talking about the one and only Bobby Roxxx is in the building. Bobby, what's going on in your world today, and are you high?
I am high. I'm happy to be here. It's been a long week. I'm glad to be back on the show.
All right. And you, to my left, my dear friend, my brother, someone who I sit here, and on last week's episode, he had mentioned that he signed a bunch of autographs going into one of the wrestling shows that he was on. Well, fucking duh. Of course. Get to sit next to a legend each and every week right here on Real Talk. Of course, I'm talking about the one and only A.T. Huck. What's up, A.T.?
What's happening, Rudy? I know, man, but I still get surprised when people walk up to me and want autographs.
I get it.
It just never occurs to me that people would even want one, and that's the truth. And I really appreciate it when they do.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I know. I dig what you're saying. It feels good.
Yeah, heck yeah.
The other night, I went and seen Isham, and I felt so good. All of these kids that recognized me coming up, a Rude Boy, man, and so I'm like you, Huck. They're like, Rude Boy, man, when I was a kid, man, you're a legend. And me, I'm just humble. I'm like, man, I'm just one of y'all.
Right.
And Carlito was like, bullshit, man. You are a legend.
Well, you always say that to me too, and I know what you mean.
I did, right. So I don't want to be like that. Yeah, well, you know who I am. No.
Yeah.
I
I look at other people, and I'm not going to name anybody, but I see fans approach them and they blow the fans off.
Yeah.
Be nasty to them.
Yeah.
Things like that. And man, that's such a bad feeling to have when you meet somebody that you idolize and they treat you like SHIT.
Well, let me tell you something, bro. First, you ain't got to spell out shit.
No, it wasn't. That just came out like that.
I dig what you're saying. Huck, you must be high too.
At least I spelled it right.
Hey, Huck, real quick, man. Real talk. We're talking real.
Yeah.
And you most certainly need to be in on this discussion. Because the other day at the barbecue, you and I were in deep discussion, man, and we had mentioned, mushrooms and stuff like that. And your reasoning is just because the reason why you won't try it is because you feel like you're not going to be in control, or
I just don't know what to expect is part of it. And because I've heard people say how they hallucinate and things like that. I don't really want to hallucinate, I don't think.
Bobby?
Well, it depends on how much you take, but yeah, you can hallucinate or you can feel something close to what weed or alcohol might make you feel like. But, mushrooms, they can be very healing. There's some people that believe that we were cavemen, then we found mushrooms, we ate them, and we started to get smart. Because they do cause you to have some critical thinking. Sometimes you'll be on them and you'll think about some things in your life and you'll be like, that's the solution right there. Like what?
So you mean some cavemen came across these mushrooms, took them, and they started tripping.
I wasn't
and then
there.
started inventing shit.
Hey, it
Sounds
sounds
fun to me, man.
Hey, why not? But I don't know. Then I always tell myself I don't want to try anything new.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, nothing against anybody who does, but I'll start a new hobby, but not a new habit.
I don't think people should be pushed into trying anything they don't want to.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Right,
man.
right.
I don't think mushrooms are a necessity in anyone's life.
See, and for me, it's like, I always wanted to know what cocaine was like. So I snorted some cocaine and I found out what it was like. Mm-hmm. And I found out that I liked it too much. So I had to get away from it.
Exactly.
Fast and furious.
If you know
Secondly-
that, why do it?
Secondly, I didn't know it. I just knew I want to know what it felt like.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go through life wondering, hey man, I wonder what that felt, man. Hey man, tell me what it feels like.
Did you try crack?
I didn't, but one of my dear friends did, and and he was like, man, what an experience. He was, and he's someone that we all know, and he worked at Psychopathic, and he was one of the guys that he tried every drug once. The only thing he didn't try was heroin because he's afraid of needles.
Yeah.
Other than that, he was like, this was my experience on this. And so it was like, because I was going to take some acid. And he was like, man, I don't know if it's a good idea with your heart and stuff,
Yeah,
This was back then.
Okay.
And so I didn't, but I would always go to him and be like, what do you think of this, and shit like that,
Wow. Yeah, and speaking of acid, back when I was a printer, had our family printing company, this guy used to bring in these acid blotters. And what he did, he would follow around the Grateful Dead and sell this acid, but it wasn't real.
It was fake.
It was fake. I was printing them for him. And I finally asked him what they were because they just had a funny little design on each one of the little squares.
Yeah.
So I asked him, what is this for? And he finally told me that that's what he was doing.
That was his hustle.
And I was like, this dude gonna get his ass beat if somebody catches up to him.
Them crazy hippies, man.
Yeah, but I did it at least 5 or 6 times for him, do like a few hundred at a time.
Wow.
Just a little acid story for you.
That's a hustle right there, man.
Fake acid blotters.
Man. Man, that reminds me when I was young, man, we were downtown hanging out. Remember Trapper's Alley?
I do.
Trapper's Alley was a mall in downtown Detroit.
Big food courts.
Right. And they had the Harmony House.
Yeah, it's
and
now
everything.
Greektown Casino.
Right. It is Greektown Casino right now. And we used to hang out there, me and my cousins. And so one night we decided we were going to buy some weed. So this dude's like, yeah, man, I got some Thai stick weed, man. We're like, all right, let's get down. So he's like, all right, here. And he gives, we do the deal. This fool leaves. Man, we get around the corner, man. This is some bullshit leaves in there, man.
It wasn't real.
It was phony, man. Oh, we got burned, man, for our whole $12.
Wow.
You gotta be careful with drugs, though. You
Gotta
know?
be careful.
I've tried cocaine.
Uh-huh.
It's not for me. But I had a friend because you guys brought up the crack, and I got to tell this story because this always blows my mind. Real smart kid I went to school with, and he tried this when he was around 15, and he told me that he can never do it again because he loved it. He loved it too much. He said that he went to a party, then he got a ride home, and he walked back to the party, and it was a long way.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was like, the first time, he goes, I was hooked. And he goes, after that weekend, though.
That was
"Never
crack.
again." Yeah.
Wow.
And you said you tried cocaine?
I tried cocaine.
Yeah,
I never
what
tried-
was your thoughts?
Well, I thought the numbing sensation was very weird and crazy. Like it was,
On your nose.
Yeah, just
Yes.
being numb. It's weird. Weird part of getting high. And,
Right.
and the person who let me try it was like, yeah, that little line I gave you would be about $20. And I was like, holy fuck. He wasn't charging me. He was bragging. But
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this ain't for me. Like,
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Like I smiled my way through it. And I don't think it did shit for me, really. Maybe you got to do a lot more or like, really get into the groove with it. But I really
Right.
didn't find it to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. It didn't do that to me. But I also have ADD, so stimulants sometimes do just put me in the zone.
And you've partaken in mushrooms.
Mushrooms help me a lot from time to time, but I don't trip. I don't take the big amounts anymore. I did when I was younger.
Microdose. That's what they
Yeah.
call it, right?
Yeah, my microdose. See, when I was younger, I would take an eighth, and we would all hang out, and the fucking walls would be breathing and moving.
You see what I mean, man? Come on.
That
Yeah.
don't sound like fun.
Hell no.
Yeah, and I
That's
had,
a horror movie.
I had at least one not bad trip, but I had like where it felt like I was losing track of time, like I was zoned out, and the next thing you know, so I didn't like
I get
that.
it.
See.
Kind of like I've had that feeling from being too drunk before, so but when you take like a gram or two and you get into the body buzz high, and you might see like, I don't know, little patterns might like jiggle or move, so you're like at the border of it, but you're not really tripping. It's a really good feeling, and
Indeed.
it can be very healing and stuff, and especially mixed with some weed.
There you go, man.
Hey, we'll see.
But I'm good over here
Yeah.
with just my marijuana. I'm good
Me
over
too.
here.
Me
I'm
too,
digging
man.
It,
It's enough.
And again, I didn't start smoking till I was 45 years
I
old.
know. I always trip out on that.
45, man.
He's
But-
pretty much only legally smoked marijuana.
Right? It's
Pretty
true.
much, yeah.
It's true. It
I
is so
remember
true.
back at the gatherings and you said, I don't smoke. That was
Right. Oh, man.
way back.
Way back in
Hey,
the
you were
day.
also working too. Like sometimes getting high and working don't mix.
But the gathering, everybody
Oh,
was high,
gathering
man.
ain't no working. Shit, ain't no working.
It was constant high.
Working. Ooh, ooh. That's what working.
Carlito had to come wake me up, get me out to the car to introduce Morris Day and the Time. I was knocked out, man. Had to get dressed.
Oh,
that
wait,
was
that was a
hilarious.
good gathering,
That was hilarious, man.
Speaking of the gathering, you guys, Gathering of the Juggalos is going down this August, man. Make sure you check out gatheringofthejuggalos.com. And, man, I'm sure they're going to throw down in their new location
I'd say-
in the Ozarks, and that's going to be a lot of fun. What you saying, Bobby?
Congrats to them, because I mean, anytime you try a new place, it could be awesome. Might not be, might be. Never know. But we're about to find out. I guess some people are gonna go experience it. When is it?
It's like the first or second week of August. I don't have
August,
the
right.
date in front of me.
I hope they're safe out there.
I do want to say this. I do want to say that Rob Bruce is the gathering is his baby every year. So he's most certainly going to give you the very best that they can give you for that weekend. I'm telling you right now, kudos to Rob Bruce and for doing it all these years and still continuing to kick ass doing the Gathering of the Juggalos. Make sure you guys, like I said, check out gatheringofthejuggalos.com for all that information about the gathering and tell them, man, you want Cruising the Barrio back.
I heard it was the craziest closing party every year.
Oh man, it was crazy, man. And another thing, I'm walking through the crowd and people were saying something to me and asking about Cruising the Barrio, and it's like, oh, now I can put the voice to the face.
Yes,
that's your voice. I'm just thinking like, okay. But I guess my voice became kind of synonymous.
Indeed, because when we were on CRB radio, man, we had a great following.
Yeah, we really did. And I missed that so much.
Oh my God, do I miss it?
R.I.P. to that studio,
Oh,
man.
man,
That's a bummer.
indeed,
I hate when that kind of stuff happens. It's kind of how we got screwed out of Vegas. Somebody, we're selling, or we're doing that. It's
right?
Like, I hate
just
when that happens
from under your feet.
Oh, it was so much fun. We do Barrio Wars, and I would do my history.
Yes,
Barrio Wars was awesome.
Man, we had so much fun in that studio. I'm so glad those studio walls can't talk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, because there was some crazy shit going on.
Those beige bricks have seen it all.
Oh, my goodness.
But good times, man.
And it wouldn't be out of the question where you'd all of a sudden walk in and Huck would be laid out on the couch.
I would just need a half an hour, 15 minutes, and I'd be okay.
Yeah, indeed.
Hey, shit was wild if someone hopped on the drums. Those weren't even ours.
Oh, I know.
I think Bug hopped on the drums one time.
Bug jammed on and I got video of it. Yeah. I have video of it, man. Rest in peace, Bug. I miss you so much. Speaking of Bug, I have a big announcement, man, to make to everyone out there. And let me tell you guys something. I was the last week I had a pretty shitty week, man. It was really crappy. And I just kept chugging along, kept fighting the good fight. Next thing you know, in my messages, I have a message from XICW. And XICW is the most respected wrestling promotion in Detroit.
What?
And I would be a damn liar if I didn't say that.
What was the message?
So
You're
the
leaving us in
message.
suspense.
So after having this crappy ass day, I get this message and it says, Rudy Hill, my brother, I love you. And it also says, welcome to the class of 2026 XICW Hall of Fame. You're getting the Sweet Daddy Tribute Award.
Wow.
Lifetime Tribute Award.
Yep.
Bro, and he said, June 27th, Lincoln Park Civic or it's
Lincoln Park Community Center.
Community Center, yeah. Legendary. A part of the Chic and Sweet Daddy big show that goes on every year.
Every year, annual event.
I am humbled by that. I cried like a baby. I sincerely did. When people tell you, hey man, good job. That's great. But later on, when you're not doing it anymore, and those who you love, your peers, recognize you and say, we're going to recognize you and we're going to induct you into this year's Hall of Fame. And you know what, man? That's a really big deal for me. And I'm so humbled by it, especially because it comes from once again, another brother, man. I was blessed to have two dads in this world. One was my father, Raul Hill. The other one was Sweet Daddy Malcolm Monroe.
Yep.
I mean, real talk. And for his son, my brother, Malcolm Monroe Jr., to reach out and say, man, we're going to honor you. Man, there's not a better feeling. And I understand this, Huck.
What's that?
That you had known about this information
And do you know?
for a while.
And do you know how hard it was for me to keep my mouth shut? We'd be sitting here talking about wrestling, and I was like, "Damn, he doesn't know yet." You know how I'll slip too. So it took a lot of effort for me to keep that from you. And actually, the Hall of Fame, their ballots, they actually do vote. And he sent me it. And, of course, I'm not disclose who was on it, but for me, it was yes or no. And I was like, yes, hell yes. What do you mean? The Sweet Daddy would want this, and he deserves it. He was there from the beginning of Midwest Championship Wrestling, the version that I was a part of.
Indeed.
The history-making part of Midwest Championship Wrestling.
Right there
You were
on
a part of
Verner
that.
and Central at the
Yes.
Azteca Hall.
Hall.
Yes.
So, yes, you deserve it. Yes, you are a former JCW heavyweight champion.
Indeed.
So, yes, you deserve that. So,
I
was on one of the votes that put you in it.
I'm humbled by it, and thank you, and thanks to all those who did vote. And look, this is going to be a celebration. I'm telling you that right now, you guys. I invite you guys, please come out to this very special show. Not only are you going to see myself, but you're going to see the Death Dealer Tommy Starr. You're going to see Andy Muscat. You're going to see, Jeff King.
Old timer Jeff King.
Man, look. And on top of that, a bomb-ass wrestling show featuring, the man, the one and only, Dangerous One. DB, he says the most dangerous man in Michigan. Bullshit. The most dangerous man in the world. The DBA is going down. He's going to be throwing down Congo Kongs on the show. I mean,
and not to omit him, I think Rohit Raju is on the top as being inducted.
Okay,
Hakeem
all right.
Zane.
Yes.
But
yes.
he's currently Rohit Mad Dragon.
He'll always be Mad Dragon to me. I love that
Zane.
kid.
That was it.
I love him.
Great worker, man.
Indeed.
Cool dude, too.
Indeed. So listen, fans, friends, family, go get a ticket because it's going to be a fun night, I promise you, in Lincoln Park, June 27th. I would love to see all your smiling faces in the house.
Come out and say hi. Come out and say hi.
Bobby Roxxx, I have a question for you.
I have the answer.
That is posed by one of our listeners. And this said listener wanted to know, how come you stopped making music with your group? Tell them the group.
The
Tell
group was
people.
called Dysfunctional Family.
Yes.
And, I think we formed maybe like 2001, 2002, and we ran until about 2006, 2007, and then fizzled out. And, it was a combination of, I guess I got a fork in the road. I started doing good at work, and I had to put my energy in one direction or the other, and I went for the immediate money. That's really what it was, because to be successful in music, you got to be all in. And once you start working some full-time job somewhere, you're not all in. And
True.
That's really, you got to to swim in music or sports or anything, art, you got to dive in and either drown or swim.
But wait a minute. Okay, I get that. I understand you know what you're saying as far as, but you still as an artist have to have that outpour. You have to be able to get it out of you.
So I started working, and it didn't take long for the depression to set in. I swear.
Wow.
I swear. And I quit this job after 10 years. I was a manager.
You're being real when you say depression set in.
Oh, yeah. I quit this job and went and worked for the family business. Well, I figured out what I wanted to do. And then I started taking my camera and equipment to local shows and filming shows, and I just knew I wanted to do something creative and be in the music industry. Like, I couldn't walk away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel like I wanted to compete to be on stage. That's not, but I wanted to be part of it.
Yeah.
That's
What was your role in the band? What were you?
Well, we were a 2-person, you know, we were doing rap music. There was 3 people at one time, but my one friend, he couldn't get his shit together. And so, you know, we trimmed down to 2, and then we were doing stuff with a bunch of people, like other groups and stuff, shows and things like that. But I don't know, there's a lot of competition, and I felt like we were doing pretty good, and we were getting, some people stopped inviting us to their shows, you know. I don't know. I felt like there was some jealousy there, and, you know, we did throw our own shows, you know, and we did do good, and, but nothing crazy good, you know. And I just didn't feel like that's where I was a superstar. I don't want to be mediocre at anything.
I get you.
You know what I mean? Like,
I get you 100%.
I can do it, but it's like I want to find what I'm good at. You know? So, and I feel like, you know, making video content and doing stuff with you guys, that's really where I excel. So
Yeah.
I like where I'm at.
Like, you know, I was looking at some of the videos that we filmed throughout the years. And, you know, like some of the most fun times. I mean, Bobby, was when we're doing, you know, the Milky
For sure.
the Milky Way video, and you're the security guard, man, and you're chasing down what's his name, man?
Stephen Foster's character.
Why can't I think of his character's name?
It's
from the Chinchillionaires.
Yeah, Milky Way. Luca Milky Way.
Luca Milky Way.
Yeah.
Luca Milky Way. God, I'm so terrible.
Or high.
With memory. And high. I'm high as hell.
But yeah, Luca Milky Way. That was a very fun one. There was a few videos where, I mean, we were just on foot all over the place, and we were laughing, having fun. And I want to say Demise's video where we used one of the wrestlers. He played a cop for us. We had a lot of fun with that one.
Shoot, man, we had a fun one filming at the Bahamas.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was unbelievable. Like the whole thing, from the moment he called me and Carlito one day, and we're editing this other video, and he's like, if I buy you guys tickets for this cruise, you'll shoot a music video for me? And Carlito starts laughing. He thought it was fucking bullshit.
He thought he was joking, huh?
Yeah, for sure. But I was like, I think he's serious. And so one thing led to another, and all 4 of us were there.
Oh, man, once I heard you guys were going on a cruise, I was like, wait, I want to go.
Long story short, man, we're all out there doing the damn thing and filming videos.
Yeah,
and some antics, too.
I mean, we went to Ohio for a video. We went to Tennessee for a video. We'll go anywhere if you cover the bill. That's how the world works.
That's it.
But we'll make you a beautiful video. Every one of those places that we go out of town, we went above and beyond because we appreciated the customer putting in the extra money to make us be there. Not just hire us here in Detroit, but to bring us to another city. We go above and beyond when that happens.
Right. no doubt. So people can get all the information over at Roxxx TV.
ROX-TV, if you want to, if you're interested in any kind of video work, and as we always tell you guys about Throwdown Theater, which is our other website, make sure you guys check that out. And you brought up XICW. We're going to be there. Hopefully you'll sign some autographs at the Throwdown Theater table.
You know it.
Because if so, then we'll design a brand new custom Rude Boy poster for him to sign. Come get one on the low.
Damn right.
Sweet.
Sell them, and they come
good.
with a free autograph. So you just got to buy the poster.
So check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I got another question that's directed to you, AT.
Okay.
And this one was asked by a listener that wanted to know. You always talk about your dancing skills. And have you ever appeared on the Scene and or the New Dance Show?
You know what? Unfortunately, no. And that's a real regret of mine. I was an avid watcher, but I should definitely have been on the Scene back in the day.
You should have.
Because my dancing skills then were, just so fluid. When I was in my late teens, early 20s, compared to now I'm slower, but the things I would do, man, and I would have crowds around me watching me dance. I remember we went to a trip to Toronto, and Esther validate this, and I was doing the Carabana Festival. I think that's what they call it in Toronto, the Caribbean Festival. And Janet Jackson came on, Nasty Boy. And there was a tree stump just sitting there. I don't know why, but I got up on the tree stump, and it was like a little platform, so I was up above everybody, and I just started turning it out to Nasty Boy. Next thing you know, this whole crowd of people are around me watching me dance.
No,
and you can see her in the background, way in the back, just looking up at me. Yeah, so I had some glory days dance. I won a dance contest at Morris Brown.
Okay.
College. It wasn't no big prize, but won a dance contest there. And at one point, some girls were trying to get me to be a male dancer.
What?
To dance at Watts Club, Mozambique. Yeah, a male stripper.
Very famous place here in Detroit.
And another place on, was it called the Perfect Blend, maybe? I think that was the name of the place. And I actually went with them.
Perfect Beat?
No, it was the Perfect Blend.
Were you trying to get a Kiss ticket, or is that what you were doing?
Kiss ticket, I don't know what that means, but so I went to a few of them, and the dudes are dancing and all the girls are going crazy, and I contemplated it, but I never pulled the trigger with that.
No.
Yeah, so I would
could have been rich.
Yeah, I would have been the Egyptian lover or something like that.
Oh my goodness, man, that's funny, but those places were legendary spots.
Oh yeah, man, and there were so many that downtown is not like it used to be in Detroit. Period. You had My Fair Lady, the Leland House. Downstairs was Studio 54. You had Henry's Palace, Ethel's Cocktail Lounge, Millie's Lounge, the Metro Renaissance Club.
Burt's on Broadway.
Burt's on Broadway. Just so many places, and all of them were packed with people dancing. And I remember the Metro Renaissance Club. I think it was on Greenfield. And
it was, yeah. I've been there a couple times.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man, it was just... The energy in there was just amazing. And I always remember the DJ saying, on a Friday night, Saturday morning. So I kind of stole that from him. And it was just such good times going out dancing, like that. And even in Idlewild, they had what we used to call them discos in Baldwin. And dancing in there, my uncle took me, one time. And he was just watching, and his mouth was wide open, watching me dance, and came back to the house and just telling everybody, I didn't know he could dance like that,
That's great.
But yeah, I don't move anything close to the way I used to. And man, just such good times, man. You bringing back some memories with that question. But going back to the scene and the new dance show, I still watch it.
Oh, I know
weekly. I
you
watch
do.
those, even though I've seen them a million times. It's just reliving a part of my life and a part of American life, Detroit life.
Indeed.
It's not the same anymore.
You know, one thing that I wish for those, the scene and the new dance show and all those, when they replay them on YouTube, I wish they'd play the original commercials.
Yeah.
Miley and Miley Shrimp
Right. Colonial Merchandise Mart. Who we just saw, Henry Tyler, not long ago.
He did a good friend.
And we had more Nat Morris on Cruising the Barrio. Man, I was so excited.
Bro.
That night to talk to Nat Morris.
Yes.
Captain Geek himself.
Man, Huck, one of the things about Cruising the Barrio, now you got me reminiscing. It was crazy. Carlito and I were talking the other night, and I said, do you realize how close we were to Prince without having Prince?
Yeah.
We had everybody from Prince.
Right.
Everybody. Fucking St. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Daz
Dr. Fink,
Dickerson.
right?
Dr. Fink. Brenda, what's her name from
Dear
Vanity
Brenda.
Six?
Right.
I mean, we had them on our shit.
Didn't we try to get Andre Simone?
Andre Simone with, oh man, I'll never forget it because we were scheduled to have him.
Yeah.
And that night there was a power outage.
That's what
in
happened.
Redford.
Because I knew it was something.
And the whole city was out. And I was just, and then we just couldn't
hook back up.
Yeah. And,
Right.
but I mean, we had Mickey Free from
Mickey Free, that's right.
Shalimar.
Mickey Free.
I mean,
Great.
Thanks to you, the Grammy Award-winning #1 guitar player of all time, one of the best.
Yeah.
Mr. Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah, that was cool, man. And he hit me up later that day. Hey, we still gonna do the interview? I was like, yeah, heck yeah, And he was really gracious, man, and talked to us about a lot of things.
He did. He was open. He was really nice, and
didn't try to rush off.
No. And those are the interviews that you appreciate,
Right. Right.
And the thing is that with Cruising the Barrio, we made our guests feel comfortable, so they didn't want to run off.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to. They wanted to open up, man. When we had Levi from the Stone City Band.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, he was sitting there telling us, how they would pimp Prince around and shit. Like, these are crazy
Great shows,
stories,
man.
Yes.
Good memories.
Fans, if you get a chance, man, try to look up crbradio.com and the archives, and you'll check us out, Cruising the Barrio.
Rudy.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to bring up a subject. We talk about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something that, I have a conspiracy theory about or anything like that. But lately on the news, at least for the last couple of years now, but really lately, have you seen the footage that the government has released on UFOs?
Yes and no. Like
you haven't looked at it seriously?
No, I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, the reason I bring it, because if it is true, and they've released recently hundreds of videos with these things that are being followed by pilots tracked on radar and moving at speeds and velocities that are beyond physics.
Bro, that's they don't want you to think about Epstein Island. That's why they're doing
when
that
I
shit.
knew you were going to say that, but I don't think one thing has anything to do with the other.
I mean,
and it's
all
like
of a sudden
we
they
know
just start
about the
throwing out
Epstein
all that.
files, and people are still talking about the Epstein files, But this, if it's true, Rudy, and you may not think much of it, could be one of the most important announcements in the history of our civilization that we aren't really alone.
Well, go ahead, Bobby.
It is true because we're not going on one person. Yes, I do believe what Rudy said. It's being told to you as a distraction, but it is the truth. They're talking hundreds of servicemen who have been testifying in Congress for the last 3 to 5 years trying to get this information out there. And it's crazy because our world, I saw a meme that says this, but it's so true. It says our world is so messed up. The government admitted aliens exist and no one cares.
And nobody cared. That's what I think I'm trying to get at. You know,
It's
like
mind-boggling.
it doesn't matter, but what if
videos
this is just the start of more to come? Or is it just how it's always been and we're just getting more footage now?
I think they always know more. So if they're telling us, if they're saying, hey, we got videos of us chasing them, then they got more.
They actually showed them one with a missile that they shot it. Yeah, and it just broke into separate parts and kept moving. I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, they shot.
And these are files from the Pentagon and, government files.
I looked at them
going back for years.
on the
Did you
Pentagon
believe
website.
the man on the moon thing too?
The man on the moon? What man on the moon?
Them fools going to the moon when they said they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, they
You
went.
believe that?
Yeah.
They recently, the Chinese actually took a picture for everyone.
Yeah,
they flew
it's,
by
it's
with
a
their
real thing.
satellite.
I understand some people who think that it's impossible or something like that, but man, these dudes are geniuses. To come up with some of this stuff, man. You hold in your hand a cell phone with all the information, potentially in the entire world, that they've come up with.
Well, it's funny.
And this isn't as powerful as some computers that they use on the jets and on the aircraft carriers and on these and NASA. So yeah, I think they went.
Thing is, for years and years, there was
You're
this.
fucking up my high, Huck. Okay?
Well, I mean, we
Thank
talk
you,
about
bro.
everything. This is real talk, man.
But
It's
for
something
years
that's
and-
happening right in front of our face.
For years and years, there was rumors. Oh, when we went to the moon, they came and saw us. When we went to the moon, they came and saw us. Last week, they released a picture. Well, they said when we went to the moon, a ship flew up on them, and they showed
they
the
were like,
picture
"What is
of
this?"
everybody. They said it was about 3 miles away from them, just staring at them.
Right. So I guess this is something that people have asked for years is full disclosure. But once you know something, you know it, and then you still have to go on with your life.
Yeah, that's it. You
Unless
still gotta pay
they
bills.
come down shooting lasers and all that kind of shit, it don't really matter
they were
because
gonna
it's
try-
obviously been that way all along, and now we just know about it. So take it as it will. But I just wanted to bring it up because I've been watching a lot of it, and it is something that I'm interested in. I've been interested in it since I was a youth, and I saw Chariots of the Gods by Eric Von Däniken. So it kind of made me think about things in a different way, what could actually be real and what's not.
Hey, I appreciate that, Huck. I really do. You're still fucking up my high. You're still fucking up my high. Anyways, back to reality. No, I'm teasing. Check this out. So, Netflix is about to throw a bomb on everybody who has Netflix because they're about to increase their subscription dollars.
They've done it too much.
12%. So I don't even know what.
I don't even know what it is. It just automatically comes
It's
out.
around 20-something,
It's
depending on
that
So
the
now?
plan you
an
have.
additional
Really?
12%, man. Like what? Come on, man. I mean,
Just yesterday, I think I discontinued some apps that I've been paying for and I don't use.
Right.
I have like Paramount and HBO.
you don't watch
and then
Paramount?
I got rid of it.
What about the
I don't
Tulsa
watch it
King?
enough.
You don't watch that?
I was, but I don't watch it enough for me to be paying for it every month.
Man, I love me some Paramount
You
and
know?
Peacock.
Yeah, I guess I still have Peacock.
Peacock now did you see Netflix is now showing all the old WWF stuff.
Really?
So Peacock is being drained
Weed out.
little by little.
Yeah.
Going bye-bye.
Right.
And I guess last week's Saturday night's main event was the lowest rated
Oh, wow.
ever. And the thing is of course it was Memorial Weekend, stupid. People ain't sitting at home
I
watching
forgot
TV.
about it. I just forgot about it.
Right.
But, you saying that, I bet back in the day, Saturday night's main event, Memorial Day, 4th of July, whatever, you were
Didn't matter.
watching it.
And I would,
We were
Yeah,
watching
indeed.
it, But I
was
don't know if people
must-see
have
TV.
that same feel or not. I don't know.
well, there's too many
don't
other
know.
options.
yeah.
There really
It's a
are.
whole lot of wrestling to watch, but still,
Speaking
back in
of-
the day, we were going to be watching it.
Speaking of, while it's on my mind, man, the Mick Foley and MJF angle that AEW is getting ready to have for Mick Foley's final match ever
Mhm.
is brilliant.
I got to watch it, man. I've been AOL on wrestling for the last couple of weeks, actually,
Brother,
watching.
Carlito, I didn't see it live. Carlito watched it live. And he was like, oh my God, you got to see this, man. The crowd reaction. And I watched it and I was like, okay, this is good shit right
I
here.
gotta check it out
Now
when I
they
get
have
home.
the chance to shine if they really want to, because WWE right now ain't showing nothing really. The other night, though, it was dope when Oba said anybody in that dressing room want their ass kicked, come on out. And Brock Lesnar beat the shit out
I missed
of
that.
him,
See, I
man.
missed it.
I was tripping. I was like, Brock, oh, man.
He's like, I'm not ready to retire. I thought that was the end of Brock.
So did I. I most certainly did. And now you got your SummerSlam main event.
Yeah,
There you go.
you definitely
That's a good
do.
main event.
Shoot, that's a WrestleMania main event. Even
that-
though Oba just started.
That's a main event,
You
bro.
know?
That's a main event without a belt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Two beasts.
Right. It's something new. It's a new challenger. It's the new guy,
Right.
who's on the scene now. And Brock Lesnar, he's Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Who do you have left after Brock? You know what I mean?
That's
That was around during the Attitude Era. I guess
But
he
he's
was
the
during
old,
Attitude.
old versus the new.
CM Punk. But Brock is a phenom, like they used to call Jimmy Snuka. He's phenomenal.
Right.
CM Punk is a talented wrestler, but man, put a picture of Brock Lesnar up in his prime. The dude was a specimen.
Okay, I got a question for both of you guys now, and then we're gonna wrap up the show. But the producers of Dark Side of the Ring put out their list of the upcoming season. Now they've got, I really can't remember the whole list, but one that stuck out to me is someone that we know very well, and he's a friend. But I don't know if he deserved a Dark Side of the Ring. Is Zach Gowen?
I think Dark Side of the Ring, the title, makes you think that it's all bad stuff and that it's supposed to be really harsh. But Zach's story does have some heart-wrenching stories to tell, about his growing up and losing his leg and his time in the WWE. And he wasn't really ready for it.
Oh, he wasn't. He
And
told me himself.
And he was on, doing some other things too, and so there's a story there for Dark Side of the Ring.
I just, because it ends up so positive.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
Right. Definitely does end
I
up
mean,
positive.
When
But yeah.
Go ahead, Bobby.
When you think about it, I don't know a lot about Zach personally, but the Dark Side of the Ring, he obviously had to travel through some, dark sides of wrestling, to get where he was.
He definitely did, man.
So even though he's not necessarily a controversial guy or notorious, he's not known for anything negative, but he's traveled through the negative, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess I know inside stuff more than maybe it'll be revealed, So I'm not going to tell Zach's story here.
He doesn't like Prince.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Oh yeah, he hates
He's
Prince.
out.
Right. Fuck him.
And I wanted him to come on Cruising the Barrio one time just so you guys could go at it.
I was gonna give it to him.
Couldn't make it happen, or haven't yet. Maybe it could still happen.
Hey man, from your mouth to God's ears.
But he was the only one that you were planning on mentioning as far as the upcoming.
Oh yeah, that
was your point of, yeah.
That I knew. That
Zach specifically, yeah.
I think they had. I forget the list, but it's oh God, who was on it? I think no. I'm not even gonna.
But hey, since we're on the subject, a different show. But go ahead, Jeff Jarrett.
Big Boss Man, Zach Gowen. Missy Hyatt.
Oh,
That definitely deserves one.
right there.
It says Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe.
Ooh,
Oh,
they have one on that whole match.
I guess they're doing an episode on that match.
Holy
match.
smoke! I've seen that a few
One
times.
of the most brutal matches
Brutal.
I've ever witnessed.
Rick Wilson, the Renegade.
Oh, is that the guy who was the Ultimate Warrior?
who
Okay.
killed himself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, since you listed those, and it's not, Dark Side of the Ring, but I did watch Sabu.
Ah.
I watched it, man. It was so
And that was
hard
on
to
the
watch for
Remy-
me.
That's on the
Relay.
Remy network.
I got Relay.
Do you?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
on Relay
We
because I
had
did
it
a
on-
search.
We have it on Remy and
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
it's out there a few places.
Yeah, a few places then, but that was the only one that came up for me. But seeing that, man, it was just so hard to watch, man.
Broke my heart, man.
Man, I'm at a loss for words. I didn't know that he had gotten to that point, in his
Locking the
life.
door.
Yeah, man. And, man, I think back, as you as well, our time on the road together. And, like I said, my first time being around him was January 12th, 1991 at Azteca Hall.
Yeah.
I'd seen him one time before that, and that was his first match.
I seen him over at the Windsor Arena.
Oh, I saw, but that wasn't his first. I saw his first match was in Hamtramck, at Hamtramck High School.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that, and then I went to see them at Windsor Arena.
And
I think I told that story before. I had my
Yes.
camera. I was at ringside snapping the best pictures ever of Sabu versus the Sheik. Get back to my seat, man, and my lens cap was on. Oh, man, I felt like kicking my own ass.
Oh my God.
Those are some great pictures, man. And Sheik was posing for me too. Oh, I hate that. But yeah, Sabu, his documentary, produced by Rob Van Dam, it was really well made.
Yes.
But just so heart-wrenching and, thinking about, the man that we knew outside the ring.
And Huck, it was a documentary that normally at the end you'll have a good cry.
Yeah.
For me, it was throughout the whole damn
Throughout the
thing.
whole
I
thing.
cried like a baby,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
This was my brother in pain.
Right.
He was in pain, man.
And I think back to it, and
Lonely.
he called me one time. This was in the 2000s, maybe early 2000s, and wanted me to start going on the road with him.
Oh yeah, you had mentioned this.
Yeah,
to me.
and said, I'll introduce you to all. That's how he talked. I'll introduce you to all the promoters, and we'll go to the shows together and stuff like that. And I'll work for you, and you'll be on the road with me. And I was like, oh wow, and I didn't do it, because I'm a little different than say Pee Wee would be.
Right.
Pee Wee was
Right.
I wouldn't have enabled.
Right.
I would have been like, hey, look, man, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right.
Right.
But would he have listened to me? Would that have been a conflict?
There would most
Because I would have
certainly
been a real
that.
manager for him,
Right.
and tried to keep him straight and in good health, but I think he would have fought me on it. So that was, I'm about to cry now, and I think that was one of the reasons I didn't.
Well, the thing is, Huck, is that he was always full of enablers.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
Right. He will just,
Yes,
Scott
man.
told me that the other day. He
Yes.
said he would just found somebody who would have said yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
true that. But I highly recommend that documentary to everyone out there. My goodness, and man, Sabu will forever be missed. And speaking of Sabu, if you go up to Lansing, they have right now the brand new cemetery plot
You're like a monument.
in the cemetery next to the Sheik and his wife
Wow, Joyce.
and their son, Captain Ed
Ed
George.
Jr., he's there too.
Yes, and so
They have a
is Tom.
family plot.
They have the whole aisle,
Wow.
but the Sabu thing stands
Stands
5
out.
feet.
Yeah, more
tall.
so than probably anything in the whole cemetery.
Exactly. So that was revealed the other day.
We got to make that trip
We most certainly have to. We will.
sooner than later.
We'll do that. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Listen, fans, thank you guys for joining us, man. Thank you. You know we love talking wrestling. You know, speaking of talking wrestling, I just want to put this out there that on Saturday, November the 7th, the wrestling community in the Michigan area, the Detroit, Michigan area, is going to be shaken to its foundation because the most important Michigan gathering of wrestling icons are going to gather under one roof, along with the iconic first time ever on the big screen, the way it's supposed to be seen, the cult classic, I Like to Hurt People, will be shown in its entirety. And then, my goodness, a full super show of international big time wrestling. And like I said, all of the legendary guests from the Michigan, Ohio, Indiana area will be congregating at Planet Ant Theater in Hamtramck, Michigan on Saturday, November the 7th, starting at 1 p.m. Make your plans now. Soon we will start revealing guests that will be appearing at said extravaganza. It's going down, Bobby.
It's going to be huge. We also got some seminars that are going to happen. We're not going to announce any of the details yet. But we're going to have a lot of important names doing important things there. So you're going to be able to meet some people, get some autographs, take some pictures. So it'll be like a mini meet and greet for some people. There's going to be an award ceremony. We're going to have a couple different seminars. And like you said, a huge wrestling show and an epic movie that's never been seen beyond the VHS screen. It's time to put it on the big screen.
I'm excited about it. How about you,
Hey,
Huck?
man, I'm looking forward to it. Putting together some stellar matches.
Oh, my goodness.
Like we said, we're going to announce those in the days and weeks to come. But, man, I'm very excited for the matches that we have and excited for the other wrestlers that are coming in.
Oh, yes.
You know, some that are going to really surprise you if we're able to pull it off. So looking forward to that.
We just got to wish these guys good health. A lot of these guys are old. We're going to bring in some classics that you guys have not got a chance to see in a long time.
That's right.
Yes, indeed, Bobby. It's good. It's exciting. I'm excited about it. And once again, everybody, thank you guys for joining us on this cool edition of Real Talk. Don't forget, Saturday, June the 27th at the Lincoln Park Community Center. right there, the legendary Lincoln Park Community Center. It's XICW. It's the big Hall of Fame. It's the Chic and the Sweet Daddy Tribute Show. Make sure you get your tickets for that. Mr. Bobby Roxxx, any goodbyes you'd like to say?
I want to thank everyone who stuck with us through this one. You know, we jumped from a variety of topics, but that is what happens when you real talk with some real guys, and that's what we did. So thank you, and tune in next week.
That's right. You know, we don't plan ahead of time what we're going to talk about. We talk about what we're thinking about right at that moment. That's exactly how real talk goes. Rudy doesn't call me the night before and say, hey, Huck, we're going to talk about this, so you need to look up this information. No, this is coming from our minds, from our memory, from our hearts, from our souls. And we want to thank everybody who tunes in every time we're on the air. You know, sometimes we might miss a week or so, but hey, we're right back. It's not like we're gone. We're just away. But we always come back with Wrestling Real Talk, with Cruising the Barrio, with International Big Time Wrestling, with Roxxx TV, with Throwdown Theater. We got it all right here. So we'll see you next time.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for rolling with us, cruising with us. It felt like the old times, and I loved it. Thank you again for those of you who continue to spread the word about Real Talk. Tell your friends and family, and like I said, hit that like button, hit that notification button. Hey, if you're on Spotify, give us the thumbs up, man. It could really help us. Thank you. Listen, do something nice for somebody today. Do something nice for a stranger. You know what something nice could be? Opening up a door. Even a smile. It doesn't have to be monetary. You have the power. You have the power to spread that love. Spread that love and positivity. Spread it. Get it out there. Spread it to the world. Thank you so much for cruising again with us. And like I gotta remind you, I don't gotta remind you. You already know. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good fucking time. Be good to one another. Take care of one another. And peace and love from the Almighty God above.
Peace.
Out.